remember those days when Tata used to hold his Mapesa phone, Kabiliti, to call people in Kampala, to connect with his mom in the village. But now, these have been replaced by the cellular, the smartphone.
Uganda mirembe
Our phones are no longer used for just talking. They are our marketplace, our newspaper, our TVs, and even our source of rumor. And it has been so familiar that even now, the people with the numbers seem to be perceived more informed, but yet on the other hand, they actually lack as much of objectivity when it comes to communicating effectively.
And these are being used, disseminating fake information, showing the bad side of our country, the potholes in Kampala.
This is the background of what led to the creation of Golden Posts Initiative, an idea crafted by the Executive Director of the Uganda Communications Commission, Honorable Nyomi Thembo, who at the time of assuming office as the Executive Director found that it was easy for people to be abused just because they didn't communicate a particular way or unexpected way of society. He shared very controversial posts when he had just assumed office, and very many of the users online, or the ones we call netizens, didn't find it appropriate or as informed or objective to their expectation, inclusive of myself. He came up with the idea of creating a group of people from different backgrounds that can shape the digital narrative for Uganda. This community could not just come from anywhere. UCC could not just come to say they are regulating social media. However, they could create a community that could be used to influence the driving of positive messages, even amidst negativity. And this would come from the practical perspective. We did not have to have a few people sit here in Kampala and try to drive narratives of what is assumed or what is being documented by other people about what is happening there, around what government is doing, individuals in the private sector are doing, and even what communities themselves are doing. And that is why the ED saw it fit to create a small community of youths to come together and be able to visit different places, but also be educated and given the expertise to deliver these messages. We have had very many opportunities that come along with us being just members of Golden Posts Initiative. We've traveled this country. We've seen what efforts are being done to have communities better. We have also gotten opportunities of employment, opportunities of reaching out to communities, just like the director, Spesina, who did reach out to the people of Chengera and offered them free eye clinic that allowed them to check up and also access some spectacles to better their sight. We have actresses who of recently were supported to have the screening of their movie and also popularized. So the team in and of itself supports the other. This is more than just a group.
The Golden Posts Initiative under the mighty UCC are here to tell, take part, act, and show the beauty of our motherland, Uganda.
Uganda, the pearl of Africa. Shining bright is my Uganda. With golden posts spreading love and light. We are celebrating our country's beauty and pride.
We are trying to paint an image beyond what you would find when you Google search Uganda. The violence, the chaos, the blood, the noise, the guns. We want to paint pictures of development so that when you get to search about Uganda, you can look at the northern bypass, the expressway, the dams, the national park, the cultural institutions, and how socially we are built as a people and how receptive we are and hospitable we are as a people. This works for the people in Uganda. Those in the diaspora get to have an opportunity to consider investing in their own country and also generating revenue for the government. It allows us to attract investors who are primarily known for just reading basic headlines without having to make deeper research. It allows us to create that balance that even when probably there is this chaos, there are these other opportunities that are lying out here and they need to be explored. And probably each post by one person and the other, we get to shape a digital footprint that fully represents the potential, the love, and the ability that is in Uganda. For the trips, we've been to places like Mubende to explore our farms. We've explored coffee farms, matoke plantations, tree plantations that are owned by individuals. And we've heard their stories, how they started, how they've had to learn to maintain, and also progressed into making their lives better. We've moved to National Park. We went to Murchison Falls National Park. We looked at the infrastructure that has been set up to facilitate the connectivity between the West Nile and the central Uganda, of the Para Bridge being the highlight spot. Now that is the second one that comes after the Pakwach Bridge that now connects the entire country to the West Nile. All of this shows the progress, the small steps that we've had to take over time to see that we have the country connected for trade. We've been to different facilities that have been established by government to now allow people who do not have the capability to pay school fees or to stay in school to be trained at no cost, but then also be given a startup capital in form of groups where now they go back to their communities and set up businesses that can help them elevate their lives, the lives of the communities, but also contribute to the national economy. We've explored training opportunities from digital content creation, personal branding, financial literacy, and also how to present yourself and also behave around protocol, but also representing brands beyond ourselves. So this is an invitation to be more objective. We know that even when you're posting about the challenges that we are facing as a people, you're also speaking from your personal experiences. If possible, to visit some of these places, talk to individuals beyond where you have lived, and be able to understand what is different there you can take on and be able to better your life. We could admit that there are problems that still remain consistent. The question is, who do we think can solve those problems unless we come together as a people to now choose to face those problems as a society? It is the invitation that we have, that we come together and see to these problems one by one and have them solved, but connecting with each other. We all have things in common, and that commonality is that we are Ugandan, and the problems we share, the opportunities we have are all within this country. It is only upon us that we can actually utilize them and be better individuals, creating a better country. Our digital footprint needs cleaning for us to be able to have as many opportunities compared to those that are our neighbors or even those beyond the oceans. And that is a candid call that we be able to share these conversations and extend the positive vibes in Uganda, the positive energy of the Ugandans, and the positive hospitality of the Ugandans.
Oh, Uganda, the sky is the limit for you. Uganda, the pearl of Africa. Uganda, you're a blessing. I am blessed to be Ugandan. Uganda, you're a blessing. I am blessed to be Ugandan.